Welcome back. We're a bit of a million miles away a minute from the lake. Had a little whisper, there was a new pond open up in Aberdare area. So we're out today, the first chance that we can get to get on it, and it's closed. But good job, I rang the owner. He said he was willing to come down and open it up for me today. So today we're down at Dare Valley Trout Fishery. That's where I like to see big fish water. Let's get on to it. We're down, we're set up. Pull one rod out the way. We're not messing about today. Blue flash damsel, the OSG special intermediate line, airflow sink tip line. We're going up on top. Just have a little quick look. Let's get on it. Let's get into the bank, yeah. Probably wondering what am I doing again with my Vision pike rod. I still haven't had a chance to go down and see gas missing for my other rods yet. So I've got the Vision pike. Let's get a line out there. Apparently there's some really nice browns in here as well. Wild browns. Oh, that was an absolute stonking fish. I don't know if the camera picked that up then. These fish are quite high up in the water this morning, hopefully taking natural flies. So the OSG damsel should do the damage. And the wind has been blowing down in this bank, so fingers crossed. Always leave our fly hang. I'm just going to work the water now. I'll work the water like a clock face, come round, hopefully pick up the fish as it's holding in this bay, hopefully the way the wind is blowing. Absolute beautiful lake this is. Right up in the valleys, tucked out of the way. Oh, there's a fish, there was a pull. Me too busy looking at the mountains. Second cast, lost a fish. Leave our fly hang. Right, let's get another one back. Same direction. I'm not really letting this fly sink. As you can see, nice steady pulls. Be nice to hook up into one of the big natural browns that are in here. Apparently the previous farmer, there's a little river behind. The farmer caught a few browns out of the river and put them in. Oh! See the size on that fish had just come up for that fly as I let it hang, just as I was taking it out of the water. That was a big fish. That was just come to nose it up off the surface. Right, I'll try figure out 8. That was a big fish. Big fish. Looked like a rainbow. But as I said, there is word that these natural brownies are up around the sort of £8 mark. Right, let's go on down in this bay. These fish should be holding down in this bay with this wind. It was a big fish. I just turned off our fly, and that was a second cast. Our third cast, I think it was. Second cast, I had a pull. Just pause the fly. Carry on coming in. Just let it hang, just in case there is anything chasing. Right, let's try one back at the bank. There we go. There we go. Oh, here we go. What was our fifth cast? Sixth cast maybe? Fifth or sixth cast. And this is nowhere near the size of the one that come up to take the fly off the surface as I had him in on a hang. Nowhere near the size of it. The owner did say to me there is some smaller trout in here that have got mixed up with his stocking, and he just says to me just to put them back in. So I'm looking to have a 3 fish ticket today. So what a start. This looks like one of the smaller ones though, so this one I'll double check when it comes in now, but this one will go back. They don't half hang on though. Cracking fighting fish. Let's get the net out. I have had a bit of a mess up today as well. I've got a new vest and I've left my trout fishing vest in the house and brought my mullet in and fly vest. So I'm a bit short on flies, but good job. Good job I have a mixture of flies in my mulleting box as well, so good old trusty blue flash OSG damsel. What was it, fifth cast? Fifth cast, straight into one. Second cast had a bite, third cast had a follow from a big fish. So I've got 2 hours and I'm hoping I'm not going home in 10 minutes. So yeah, this is one of the smaller ones this is, so we'll keep him in the net now. I'll unhook him and get him back. Won't be too deep. Oh, I think that was a polo weed. Yep, it was a fish straight away on the drop. That was a fish on the drop and he was coming towards me. Hopefully this is one of the smaller ones again, so I can put him back. Get him out that tower. Get out, 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 out. Oh, he's going. Come on. Gotta watch what I'm doing here. I don't know what's underneath. Yeah. Same sort of stamp as the last one. Get him out of there. He's a scrapping well for the size. But as the owner just said to me, these are the smaller ones. And he's happy for him to go back. So let's get him unhooked. Barbless hooks. Good old OSG damsel. Might touch his fish if we don't have to. Just keep him in a net, get him out. Let's get going again. Same place. Oh, back out over there. Pull all the line in, straighten the line back up from the cast. Gonna give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going back to a strip again. Put a little pause in it just in case there's anything about. Keep an eye on this leader as well. Like I said previously, always let that fly hang. I'm hoping it come up on the camera earlier because that fish was a good 8 to 10 pound. The one that come up on the surface with my fly. If you can as well, keep the rod tip on the water. It'll help if you do get bites. You can feel them straight away. You're in direct contact with the fly line at all times. So I'm using a Airflow 40 plus intermediate tip today. I got a G3 Airflow fluorocarbon leader in 7 pound. So, must be out a little bit deeper. There you go. See, as soon as it hits the water, I'm not going to mess about. Just going to figure 8 of it in. Fish seem to be quite high. There's a few fish topping the surface. Might be worth me getting a indicator on at some point. Could be the order of the day possibly, and just drift something down. But oh, it was a bite. It was a bite. Here we go. Let him hang again. This is definitely the smallest of the day. But I think, yeah. As I may have said in previous videos, I'm not a big fan of eating trout and things, so it absolutely suits me down to the ground to be putting fish back. I'd rather have the excitement, the entertainment, playing these fish, bringing them in, than catching 3 fish, knocking them on your head, 3 big fish, knocking them on your head and going home. I'd much rather catch these fish. Same as a bass the other day, although they were 4 to 6 inches each fish. Give me that over catching big rainbows any day. Lots and lots of big rainbows. Even though these fish are still 2.5 pound, they're giving a good account for themselves. By no means are they just coming in without putting up a fight. But hopefully we will get into some big ones. Let's see. That's another stonking fish. Couldn't get bored of catching them at all. At all. See, barbless fly. Straight out. Wet the hands a little bit. Sorry about the footage. Wet the hands. Need to mess about holding these fish. Go and get mummy and daddy for me, preferably brown. And that's not being racist for anyone that's watching. I want a brownie or a big blue. Apparently there's big blues in here as well, up to 10 pound or over 10 pound I believe he said. So we're doing alright, we're doing alright. Doing alright so far. See, I'm not letting this sink. I can see fish swirling on the surface. It must be a buzzer hatch or something. I might set up my floating rod now and put some buzzers on possibly, or the new OSG nog. That was a bite then. Here we go. Oh, and off. Or the OSG nog or worm. Let's get this up under my arm. See if they want to have a good chase. Any big fish. Don't forget as well, if you do hook a fish, it's no need to strike, just pull a line. Give it a stop, just in case there is anything following. Let it fly sink. And pull again. Always follow that fly in. If you're wearing your polar eyes as well, you'll see it. Always let it hang. Always let that fly hang, as we seen earlier. Apparently this lake is very deep. I'm guessing it's some sort of small reservoir, I'm guessing. Apparently it's 31 foot deep in the middle. So don't be afraid to let it sink. Oh, see that bank of weed or a fish. See, always keep that tip to the water. If you do feel any little plucks, don't be too hesitant to lift into them until you can feel the weight of the fish. Oh, there's a fish just come for it then. Just gonna let it sink, see if he comes back. Nope. Let's get him back out there. Lots of follows now on this on the damsel. It is a little bit awkward fishing into the wind. Putting a bit of bow into the line, but right, straighten the line up here now. Let's give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Keep a look on that loop as well, but there's a pull. There we go, on the drop. Oh, missed. I'll leave it where it is. The OSG damsel again. Keep an eye on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steady little strip in. There's the fly line. I could just see the fly now. Let's do it again. Bit of a messed up cast, but straighten it all up. Keep that bow in the end. See if I leave a little bit of a bow, you can see what's going on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next cast I'll put back in the bay a bit. We start working a fang cast again. We did hook fish over there. We've hooked fish pretty much all in front now. And there's fish following. So let's utilise this wind a little bit. I'm hoping it's not picking up too much wind noise. There we go. That landed pretty flat on the water, so one pull should be enough. Let's give it 2. Oh, that was a fish straight away. Took it on the surface. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Something took it as soon as it hit the surface then. Don't think I'll mess about too much figure of 8 retrieves. Most of these fish are being taken on a fairly fast retrieve, so see, let that fish out of the line now. Stop, just in case there's anything chasing. Keep an eye on our loop. Keep on going again. Right, same place again, because we had a fish pretty much hit it on the surface. I might even be able to get away with a dry fly. Right, one straight long. Steve! So, that's the owner. We'll do a bit of work in a minute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off the top of my head, it's only a 1.5 inch sink on this line. 1.5 inches per second. So I'm not going too deep. There's 2 pulls there as I was talking. See, let that fly. Pause. Try one down in this. A bit further down. There we go. 2 pulls to straighten back up. Watch that there now. Might pull us another few fish out the bag. See, a lot of fish are chasing this damsel at the minute, turning off at the end. See, as it comes here, keep on pulling, steady pull. There's a fish turned away then, and another one, and again. Let it sink. That would have been nice to have an underwater camera there then. Come on, let's get it one more. Now that wind stop, I can get a line out. It's nice. Little strip straight, straighten it all up. Watch our line. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, we'll get a black zonker on next. I will get it on, I promise. Another good tip, if I can give a good tip: invest in the best IUA you can afford. Polaroids. Not only for safety, but it will be a big benefit if you do go to stalking waters, or as I'm doing now. That flies a good 10-15 yards out still, and I can see it. I can see it going through the water. So COSG, blue flash damsel. What are we taking? I'm taking 3 fish. I think we have 3 or 4 fish. Had a few follows. Got lots of follows. So I'm gonna get the wicked black zonker on now, also from Andrew Buffton. I'll bring you back when we're into some more fish. Wicked black zonker, punched out into the wind. First cast, straighten everything up. Let it sink, 10 seconds. Watch our bow. There's a pull on a drop. Ooh, you see that? I gotta get this on the reel quick. On a drop, that was. Oh, he's coming really quick to me. Andrew Buffton's WKD black. On the drop. First cast. I think he's slightly. So, why would you want to catch the big ones, eh? And this is a testament to the stocking as well, mine, for the lake. You know what I mean? Although some of these fish have been put in, they're not just sort of buying any leftover fish. We've had massive temperatures. These fish have been well looked after. He's still going. I'll be quite honest, mind, this Vision pike rod, although it's a bit overgunned for these fish, there's still a nice action in it for fighting fish. Very forgiving. Obviously can be rated for bigger fish, but it's sucking up the fight of these smaller ones a lot better. So yeah, I'd say about, well, no, he's about 2.5. Yeah, cracking fish though on Mr. Buffin's black zonga. Let's get him back. See, barbless hooks straight out. Give the fish a minute or two. There he goes. Gone. Let's go again. Good fight with that one then. Took it on a drop, and he ended up over there, kept tail walking out the water. That's what I'll do now. Just crack that line. I could have probably pushed 3, yeah. 2.5, 3 hours.
I was a bit disappointed because I couldn't see him in with the big fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest he got as a minimum stock, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting him now from Fishery.
Right.
So my minimum now is we've got the 4.
I got you.
But I'm going to try and keep the ticket as the same, depending on what he charges me for
Yeah.
an extra pound or so.
Yeah.
If it's only like a pound or 2 difference in fish, I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
But so I won't be getting, they're lovely cracking fish, but I want the minimum stock a bit.
Yeah, that's the owner there saying that he wants a minimum sort of stock of the fish, 4 and above. These smaller ones were sort of caught up in the stock. So they're in for now. And obviously they're going to go back to grow bigger. Another nice long line out. Let him sink again. Watch our bow in the line. Keep this tight. Keep that finger tight. Keep an eye on our fly sinking. You probably annihilate the fish with a team of flies, maybe a full mass blob on the point, and some smaller flies maybe on the top droppers. But when you're stripping flies, I guess there's no need to have droppers. Not in my opinion anyway. Not on these smaller stockfish. If it was maybe fishing a little bit harder, I would consider a team of flies. But we're doing alright. What we had, 5 fish. That's another good line. Another good line out, that is. Give it one little pull. Let's watch that tip of the line. See if it straightens out. See if we can get another fish on the drop. As our floating line's drifting now, follow your tip with it as well. Try this one a bit slower. A lot slower. See if there's any bigger fish out there sulking and maybe don't want to chase something too fast. With the stock fish out there, you might feel the odd pluck pluck unless they nail it straight away. As I say, just going to do a nice slow retrieve now and hopefully pick up a better fish. That was a knock. Keep going. The fish will probably pull the line out of your hands, but keep going. Leave that fly hang, because he'll probably be coming in all the way to the bank chasing it, unless he's turned off. Turned off. So we'll do that again. Alright. See, as our fly line is floating down now, follow your line with it. But keep that bow, keep your hand tight in this one, tight on the right hand as well on the rod. I'm just going to let that sink. Maybe 15 seconds this time. That was a pull. Anyone see the line pull up off the rod? Slow figure of 8. There's a bit of a breeze here today, so I'm hoping it's not transferring over onto the footage too much. A nice slow steady retrieve. Probably repeat myself a lot. Any little pulls, just keep going until you feel it all lock up. There's the end of my line. Got a bit of wind here now a minute, so utilise the wind for the cast. 2, 3 pulls. Get that sinking line back in the tip and hold on tight. Hold on tight, let it sink for 15 seconds. Hopefully it'll just lock up. See, fishing this method with a booby or a fab probably smash the fish, because the float, the fly is actually staying relatively buoyant in the water and the fly line is actually pulling it down. So I haven't got my fly box with me, so just utilising my what I've got at the minute. I'm quite confident we'll have a few more fish with the flies that I got. I pretty much got the lure colours covered. I've got damsel, I've got black, and I've got white. So that should cover the fresh fish. Right, 2 pulls on the surface, tight finger on the right hand of the rod, and watch that bow down there for any pulls as it's sinking. As I said previously, follow your float in line with the tip. It's 31 foot of water in front, so I could leave it sink a lot deeper, but I don't think these fish will be very deep. Try now. Maybe go to 20 seconds. See if we can lock up into a fish that's a bit deeper. See, my guessing is the fresher stock fish will be higher in the water, and possibly the bigger residential fish as well. That was a pull. And maybe the bigger fish might be sulking just underneath the shoals, a big smaller fish. Right, that's a good line. Confident in our line. Straighten it up. It's hard to transfer what's going on that tip of the rod. On the camera I'm hoping it's coming through alright, but I can see what's going on, so I'm going to keep an eye on it now. Keep the rod tip to the water. Steady figure of 8. I was looking promising. First fish, first cast with the WKD black zonker. The way these fish are following, if I can get a good line out into this wind, yeah, that's what I wanted. Just do my vest up. Hopefully the camera won't judder about. Get the rod up under my arm and roly-poly it in. Just in case there's any of these fish up on the surface want to chase, which I'm guessing it is. There we go. There we go. Always leave our fly hang. Always, always, always leave our fly hang. Always. Always. This fish is not big by any means, and it is going, going, and going, and going well. Let's get him back on the reel. Possibly exerted himself on our first few big runs. I'm guessing it was a bit of a surprise to the fish. I seen him come in, he opened his mouth, let the fly drop back, bang. It's always a telltale sign. Hopefully you can see it coming to the camera now. As the fish is like that, white mouth, let it close, open up. On the black zonker again. Yeah, it's one of the slightly smaller ones. Well, I say smaller ones. That looks like a little blue to me, the way it's in the sun there. Some sort of hybrid. There he goes. He's gone. So there's no need to touch these fish, especially if like I say, the owner said to me this morning, any of the smaller ones I'm welcome to put them back, so which works out perfect for me. But that's Andrew Buffton's WKD zonker. That's another cracking pattern, that is, like a leech cracking pattern, that is. So might have another few fish and then get onto the floating line and drift some flies in, I think. Try and do some long range indicator fishing. Some of the OSG patterns, I think. Like I said previously, can't let it sink. Got the roly-poly set up here. I might put the camera on the tripod in a minute to make it a bit easier to see what I'm doing. Yeah, let it sink a little bit, and that's it. Roly-poly. As soon as you feel a fish, wait until you feel it all lock up and just hold on to the line. There's no need to strike, no need to lift, nothing at all. Just hold on to the line tight, steadily pull the line up. Right, there's the tip. Nothing following that time. a very good possibility if you do that when you're doing any fish, any style of retrieve, there's a good possibility you will snap your line. The force you pull in, the force of the fish pull in, there's a chance of that line snapping, so no need to risk it. Right, straighten the line up. I'm going to let it sink there a minute. I'll let it sink and roly-poly again. 10-15 seconds. I'm keeping an eye on that tip line over there now, and I'm following it with the wind as it's going. If I feel a fish, just pull a line. Pull a line with your two hands. So yeah, by no means am I any kind of expert at this fly fishing. Just trying to transfer any knowledge I picked up along the way. And with the feedback that I have been having through my videos, lots of people are having success on the flies, etc., and the methods, which to get personal messages off people to say video was great, blah blah blah, thank you for this, thank you for that, goes a long way to actually see there's a fish turning then. Over the years I've caught plenty of trout. It's got to a point where I'm getting just as much enjoyment now. Same as the sea fishing, any of the fishing I'm doing at the minute. I'm getting just as much enjoyment out of showing people what I've learned over the years. It might not be the right way. It is a successful way that I have been shown and developed. I've done my own homework myself. I haven't been spoon-fed. A lot of things I've had to go online, watching YouTube myself, picking up all these different little tips and hints that people are giving away, just on adapting them into my own styles. See, it's always good as you come into the end of that cast, the end of the retrieve. Concentrate, look into the water, look for the fly, because you could have a fish chasing it. See, with some good quality polarized glasses, you will catch a glimpse of that fish, and only just a little glimpse you need, and just that little pause in the cast could be, I don't know, an extra fish in the net for you. It's certainly put lots of fish back in the net for me over the years. I think we've had two fish on the hang today. Definitely one, and we've had probably 10 fish. Easily 10 fish following the fly in. So, straighten that up now. I'll let it sink for 10 seconds. I think I might just go and get the indicator on, I think. That's 10 seconds. Steady figure of 8. Especially doing a slow figure of 8 as you come to the end could even be more beneficial to give a hang. If you have got a big lazy fish that's just following in, you might see that initial just lifting of the fly and want to come in for it. So looping line. Get that back in, recast him back out. It's normally the rubbish cast as well you catch a fish on. It's typically put tidy cast out all day and then knock a fish on a rubbish cast. So what we'll do now, we'll cast this one out, let it sink for 10 seconds and just wind it in. Then I'll go and set up the floating rod. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a slow wind. Maybe 1 out of 10 times it'll work. We have had it work on previous videos, so you can give it a little pause if you want, in case there is a fish following. Watch our loop of line on the end of the rod. Go again. Bring it through, let it hang. Nothing following. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set up the indicator on a floating line, and could possibly put some buzzers on, but what I'm going to do first is either put the new ice apps, I think we're going to call it, or the UV OSG ice nog. I think that's the other word for it. Don't even know the names of the flies at Andrew's time for me at the minute, so let's go, let's get a floater out. The new OSG white apps, I'm going to have to call it for a minute without me going back on my phone and looking what we calling it. Maybe 2 foot on the indicator. I got my armbands. Right. Try and drift this white apps. Out there. Straighten all the line up. Tweak, tweak. Sleeves up. Keep an eye on this new white apps. Sorry if it is wind noise, but generally it's the best places to be fishing if it's windy. Wherever the wind is blowing to, or you've had a few steady days of wind, follow the wind source. Generally it should be pushing the fish into that area, so just to keep these coils of line tight, just doing a little figure of 8 now and again. Every now and again just tighten that little line up. Keep an eye on that indicator. See, there's a good chance these fish could be right in under my feet as well. So I'll try to fly about 2 foot down to start off with it drifting over any fish. Hopefully they'll come up and take it. There's a good chance these bigger fish might want something static, might be lazy. Always keep a nice tight line on that fly line. If you do get any little movement on the indicator, having a tight line will be beneficial. You can get into the, you're not picking coils of line up off a surface. see fish rising out there as well, so could be a good sign up. There we go. There we go. Now it's right under my feet. Trouble is, I'm right up in the sky now. Let's get some line back on the reel. Oh. There we go. Quick change of tactic, first cast. Let's get on over to my net. Quick change of tactics. Put some extra fish on the bank. Try not to be too lazy. Sticking to one fly. The fish might see it a couple of times, turn off it. Or they might chase it and they might not just want it. They might just not want that colour. There we go, that's... Let me just add again, yeah. That is the first ever cast with the white worm trout fishing. Used it on a bass with great success with those little ones in the previous video. There we go, that's the first rainbow trout in the net on the OSG white worm. That's another 2.5 pound fish. Up right in the top. Right in the top there. Here we go. A white worm. Wet the hands. In with the tail. There he goes. Right. Get him again. Take my... This is where the fish are. Lots of fish in here then. What's the half like? Here we go, here we go, here we go. This was the last half hour fishing. Decided to move, give the first pool a rest. Managed to stop around the lake on the left hand side, as you can see on the screen. Had a few follows, but I could see a fair few fish moving up in this far corner. And typically, first cast, big bow weaves everywhere, and the second cast I managed to hook into a fish.
Out of a fish's mouth, eh?
The camera is about to go off here. I run out of storage. There we have it. That's the 2 hours done and dusted. Stacks of fish to the net. Biggest went 4.5 pound. I'm hoping the GoPro caught a bit of the footage towards the end. that is the actual weigh-in. But as I said at the start of the video, I was here. It's Monday. He generally closes on a Monday, but he come down and opened up for me. So I parked in the public car parks free of charge. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that there. I know 100% the GoPro went off right at the end. I had a nice blue around 8 pound chaser flying, but didn't take it. I had stacks and stacks of other fish following, but this is one to remember. This is one for the future. Big things are coming in this one, I think, for Wales. This is certainly what us Welsh trout fishermen need. So thanks again for watching, guys. I gotta go and pick the